Everybody, we're back with the final upgraded starter deck in our series. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I saved the best for last here, and that's the King Pirates. At least amongst all the starter decks, just playing with those, with me and the roommates. Um, this is clearly the best, like, by a wide margin. Let's break it out into a tier list. These would be S. Everything else is B or lower. Um, no A's. There's a gap. These guys are crazy good. In the Micromon video, I believe it was, yeah, I mentioned this card, and I'll fish it up for you here just as a reminder. Oh, let me do it off screen so you don't get a preview. Here, I'll pull it out. This thing is insane. Okay, so you only get to play one character a turn normally in this game, and this just resets one of your opponent's turns, having, like, this, in a weird way, kind of time walks your opponent backwards one time. But it does a lot more than that. The potential of this card is through the roof. I think it's the best card in the game right now, or tied for it, and the other one that I would say is the best is in the deck. So let me put this back, or I'll just leave it up there. Can have a highlight spot. Actually, you know what I can do? Ooh. Hold on now. Look at that. Have your own little throne up there. But anyway, we're going to start with the 0-drops. So, Odessa. Get my thumb up there. She's pretty good. During the ability phase, you can move her to your essence, give 1 damage to a standby character your opponent controls with the turn cost 1 or less. Pretty solid. Not incredible, but pretty solid. 3 of those. Hari. She's like the main character or the face character of the whole game. When she's put in play, you can discard 1 card from your opponent's essence and move a card from the top of your deck to your essence. Alright. Solid. I love this one. She isn't a pirate, so that's important, but she's pretty solid. Nanami. When she's put in play, look at your opponent's hand. If you do, you select ability card from it and move it to their essence area. This is Tamari Windscythe, and she is very, very useful. I would run the full playset. Now, we are running a single, and I'm not too fond of this girl, Mimi, but her combat attributes relevant, her being a female is relevant, and since I was limited to starter deck only cards, you know, had to fill out some of them somewhere. But I think this is the only, like, bad card in the deck. Just one of her. So now we're on to 1-drops. Hey, it's my profile pic. Chad. When he's put in play, if you control another Cayne Pirate character, you can move a female Cayne Pirate character from your deck to your hand. That's like 50% of the deck he can just search. Just no cost either. Just ETB. You just need to control another anything but Nanami in the entire deck. 3 of those, Chad's crazy. Leona is a healer. When she's put in play, you can pay 1 of any. If you do, heal target pirate character. At the end of the turn that this card was put in play, if any pirate was healed, draw a card. Okay. Seems good to me. Can't disagree with that girl. 3 of her. 2-drops. Belladonna. If this character is battling with another female in its team, ability cards used by anyone in their team cost 1 generic less. Great stats, too. I like Belladonna quite a bit. I think just one of this guy. He's not very good, I don't think. He's a 2-0-5-0, 2-drop. If your opponent has 1 or more Plagueis characters in play, his healthy combat value becomes his injured combat value, so he's a 5-0-5-0. That's pretty unremarkable upside. And frankly speaking, females are better in this archetype than males, so this dude is basically... You know what, I was shitting on Mimi before? This guy's worse. Brock. Brock's another healer. Valid ability, pay 2 water. He gets +3 combat. At the end of turn, give him 1 damage. Wait. Wait a second. It doesn't say he gets +3 combat until the end of the turn. It just says he gets +3 combat. Is that a permanent buff? Does he continuously gain more combat? What? Holy shit. Wait, well, if that's how he works, he's way better than I already thought he was. I'm sure it needs to be eroded to say until end of turn. Because it's an activated ability, so... What? Well, anyway, his bottom effect, when he's sent out to attack with another Cayne pirate, you can pay a blue if you do heal target character. So he can heal himself or heal anybody, really. I guess that's a permanent +3 as of how it's written. Excuse me, I'm a little sleepy. Alright. Argalia. This is the reason we play so many females. I'll skip her first effect for now. The bottom one. This character has +1/+1 for each other female pirate you control. So she's a 4/3 innately. It is very easy to get her to a 6/5, a 7/6. She's just a humongous beat stick in this game, and generally for her support values more than her combat. Strategy or ability phase, exile her. Put in play a pirate leader character from your hand with a turn cost less than or equal to your turn marker and a different name than this card. So if she's about to be removed, you can kind of save yourself by getting rid of, or save some value by trading her into any other pirate, basically. 3 of her. She's fantastic. And then the face card of the deck. Although actually, you know what? The face card of the deck is a random ability card. I don't remember what this one's called. I'm not going to get it off the top of my head unless it's in the deck somewhere. I don't think it is. But the boss monster, Captain Cayne himself, the namesake of the pirates. Ability phase, give your opponent a battle reward, give 1 damage to any character. Any character. Okay. And then attacker strategy, if you control 2 or more other pirate characters, move an ability card from your discard or essence to your hand. Okay. This dude is crazy. Just max out on him. But that's where all the characters stop for the Cayne Pirates. They have nothing beyond turn 5. At least in the starter decks. Oh no. They can stay down for now. We're actually getting right into them. So, on to strategies. Docked. It's that's a 0 cost there, so it's just once per your strategy phase, draw a card, discard a card. It's alright. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Excuse me. Some of these quantities really are based on starter deck only, and there's not a ton of other water cards to be running, or sea cards to be running. Like, I wouldn't recommend running 3 of this, really. I think maybe 2 is fine. But, water, or Sea Terra, 1/1, target up to X of your opponent's characters, negate the target's effects until the end of turn. X equals your number of female characters. So, I mean, this can be a huge blowout by no stretch of the imagination. The only thing is, I don't think you want to run 3 because it's kind of like techie. You don't need 3 of that in there. We've seen this card before. This is the interesting artwork. My Chronic Hatchling. Search your deck for a character with turn count 2 or less. Move it to your hand at the end of turn. If you did not put it in, if you did not play that card, basically, or a card with the same name as it, discard it. And this is where I would throw in the crazy, disgusting, irresistible Rapture. Target 1 character your opponent controls with turn count 3 or less. Move the target to your field. The target cannot be sent out to battle this turn. At the end of the turn, move the target to the opponent's hand. Whew. Oh, almost knocked my lights over. Okay, now for the abilities. Hungry Ambition. Hold it like this. Hungry Ambition. Requirements, Pirate. Not hard. Effect, discard one card in your opponent's essence area, then move one card from your discard to your essence. So, cute little ramp thing, but if these are steel, which I think there's like 4, maybe 5 in there, if they have the steel combat attribute, discard one card in your opponent's essence area, then draw one card. So, only use this with steel people, but it is great value when you do. Okay, here's that card that I was saying is probably the other most busted card next to Irresistible Rapture. Buried Treasure. Requirements, Pirate. I can't move my arm, oh gosh. Knocking into my lamp. Buried Treasure. Requirements, Pirate. Effect, move one of your opponent's battle rewards to your essence area. Expert, Steel. Move 2 of your opponent's battle rewards to your hand instead. Yikes. This card is crushing, disgusting, can completely save you out of any situation. Always use it with a steel again, but play the piss out of it. Alright, last card here. Brute Strength. We've seen this before. I splashed this in that Necro deck. It just wasn't in the previous 2 deck. You know what? For what it's worth, in the Dragging deck, there's a card that gives you an indeterminate level of +2/+2. You might be better off just running this card over it, frankly, except for the colors, but yeah. This card just gives a huge stat boost, and its generic cost of 3, so, you know, just fucking slaps. That's it, and that's the upgraded starter deck series. So, starting next month, we're going to be doing openings again. I think I'm going to alternate, a month of opening and a month of constructed content. But yeah, next month videos are going to be on time because I've pre-filmed the piss out of them. So, no worries about that. I'm getting tons of them, by the way. See you soon.